No-excuse absentee voting makes voting easier. It allows any registered voter to cast their ballot by mail. Voters do not need a reason to be absent on election day. This system removes barriers to participation. It gives people more flexibility to exercise their right to vote. No-excuse absentee voting is important for a healthy democracy. It ensures that everyone has a chance to have their say. This is especially helpful for people who may face challenges getting to the polls on election day. No-excuse absentee voting is becoming more popular across the United States. Many states have adopted this system to improve voter access. This trend reflects a growing understanding of the importance of making voting convenient and accessible. The goal is to make voting easier and more inclusive. By removing unnecessary obstacles, no-excuse absentee voting helps create a more representative democracy. Boone County, Missouri is a great example of how no-excuse absentee voting works. The county has made it easy for registered voters to cast their ballots early. Voters can vote absentee in person or by mail. For in-person absentee voting, Boone County has set up convenient locations. Voters can go to the Boone County Government Center during business hours. There are also weekend voting locations available. To vote absentee, voters need to bring a valid photo ID. This ID must be issued by the federal government or the state of Missouri. The ID must also have an expiration date. The deadline to vote absentee is usually the day before the election. This gives election officials time to process the ballots. Voters can track the status of their absentee ballot online. Missouri has recently seen changes and proposals related to absentee voting. One significant change is the passing of HB 126. This bill aims to reinstate presidential primaries in the state. HB 126 also proposes extending the no-excuse absentee voting period. If passed, the period will increase from 2 to 6 weeks. This extension aims to provide voters with more time to cast their ballots. The rationale behind these changes is to increase voter participation. Lawmakers hope that by making voting more accessible, more people will engage in the electoral process. The extended absentee voting period also aims to ease the burden on election workers. The proposed changes reflect a broader trend in the United States. Many states are considering or implementing measures to expand voting access. These efforts are crucial for strengthening democratic principles. Accessible voting is crucial for a healthy democracy. It ensures that everyone has an equal opportunity to participate in the political process. When voting is accessible, it leads to a more representative government. No-excuse absentee voting is a significant step towards achieving accessible voting. It removes barriers that may prevent people from exercising their right to vote. This includes barriers related to time constraints, work schedules, and transportation. By making voting more convenient, no-excuse absentee voting encourages higher voter turnout. This is especially important for groups that have historically faced disenfranchisement. These groups include people of color, low-income individuals, and people with disabilities. In conclusion, no-excuse absentee voting is an essential tool for strengthening democracy. It promotes voter participation, ensures equal access, and creates a more representative government. As we move forward, it is crucial to continue advocating for policies that make voting more accessible for all.